I went back to my records. I could tell you what I did 5 years ago today. I have a calendar on my phone, and being a contractor, I was a contractor at 24 years old, and left the business in 1991 and blah, 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 and became a pastry chef, believe it or not, after that. And I could actually rebuild your kitchen and make your chicken piccata and cheesecake. So I moved into public storage and I had cube storage prior to that. I had spent $275 and they were a mess. 12 days later, I called public storage because I had public storage years ago. So anyway, I moved in July 21st of 2022, 9:30 a.m. And I think the manager there at the time was Sam. Great guy. This is the Lazy Lane, the location. About a month later, I started paying like $200, and now I pay $337. About a month later, they had a new manager, and Stacy, I don't know her last name, and off the bat, I noticed that she wasn't like as friendly as Sam, but I'm not there to make friends, but on the second token, I'm a friendly person. That's why I don't have a wife, because I talk too much. Women don't like that. So I noticed that at the beginning, like Stacy would do, like for instance, if I'm at public storage and it's raining, I would jump inside a truck. I have a big Ram quad cab. And one time, this is the only time, she went there with an umbrella and knocked on the window and said, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why? It's raining." And she just said, "Okay," and left while it was raining. So about a few days later, I said to her, I said, "Hey, she was like being cold to me." This is within, her getting the job. She lives on the property. She said to me, "Well, you're loitering." So, what? What do you mean? I'm in my unit. No, you're supposed to be in and out. Get in, get out. And I said, "Well, sometimes I said, I just moved everything in like, a month ago. So I'm trying to like seek the things that I don't need so I can, wean them out." And that's true. I was doing it. So after that, I said, okay, so I spent less, I didn't go to storage anymore. But let me tell you, every time I saw someone that was loitering, I brought it to her attention. So the first ones I said, "Hey, those guys with the bicycle down there, it looks like they don't have a car, but they're there all day long. And they have friends going there. Isn't that loitering?" She would say to me, "Oh, they're harmless. They're nice people." I said, "Okay, all right." And then if I would see somebody, like for instance, working on their car, like they park their car in there, but they don't use that storage for storage of the car. They use it for working in their car. So they're in there changing a battery, doing an oil change, I would bring it to her attention. "Hey, what about this stuff?" "Oh, yeah, he has 24-hour access. He could do that." "Oh, he could do that?" "I don't think so. I thought the guidelines of public storage, you can't use public storage for your like business." So that's how it was. So then I said, let me do a different approach. For the past year, I've been there over 2 years. For the past year, I've been bringing Stacy lunch. Like I'll call her and say, "Hey, I'm at a taco place. You want some tacos?" Yeah. She never says no. "Hey, I'm at a Cuban place. You want a Cuban sandwich?" "Sure." So I'm like, good, I got that out of the way. But no, she continued to be just very like biased towards me. So like when the guy that walks around in the morning with his dog, that's he does. Every morning he walks his dog, him and his dog, and he uses this for exercises. But he's got a unit there somehow, I guess. I told her about him. I said, "Hey, oh, yeah, I've seen him. He's fine." That's not loitering. He's not dropping stuff off or picking stuff up. So I'm just saying, Stacy, she was, "Oh my God, why are you still with that?" I go, "Because Stacy, it really bothered me that you told me this 2 years ago. Because every time I go to storage, I make sure that I'm here the least amount of time that I am." So, of course, I stopped doing that. I still bring her sandwiches. Matter of fact, last time I brought her a Cuban sandwich was not this past Sunday, the Sunday before that. Sam was there. Sam does, gave her the sandwich. So anyway, Tuesday, which was what, a week ago today? Yeah, a week ago today. So that was what, the 12th? I got to look at my phone. But anyway, last Tuesday, or was it Monday? I had just completed a job. It took 8 weeks. All my tools were at the customer's house, rebuilding about a bedroom. I went to storage in the morning. I got there about 6:30, 6:45. I get there early. And I'm missing a battery, my metal speed square. I can't find it. I can't find one of my DeWalt bags. And I was using Danny, which Danny he worked for me a long time ago, had cancer. So he threw things. He wasn't like Victor. Victor knows where everything goes. So I said, man, I'm going to take this day to go in here and sort out these tools. So I took my tables out, lowered my tailgate, and I started taking all my bags out. At around 10:15, here comes Stacy. And this is exactly what she said. You got to pack it up and go. Just like that. I said, what? She goes, I got an auditor coming. You can't be here. I said, what does that got to do with me, Stacy? She goes, I don't want you here. So you got to pack it up and go. So she left. I'm like, this is bull crap. So I'm like, should I fight her and stay? I said, I don't like confrontation. So what I did is I started packing it up. Well, that wasn't good enough for her. 10 minutes later, she comes back and she goes, and whoever's peeing all on this unit better stop because it stinks. I said, Stacy, I haven't been here in 8 weeks. I come here at 6 in the morning. I pack the tools up and I leave. I come in the afternoon. I even said to you about 2 weeks ago, I said, oh, you must miss me because I'm never here anymore. And you never responded. She goes, well, it better stop because it stinks. It didn't stink. I don't know what she started spraying stuff in front of my unit. That was her, that was just another way. So she left again. Now I'm pissed. Now, so what I did is she came back one more time and she started fiddling with the unit next to mine that she never rents. I think it's the only way that she because when I get to public storage, by the time I get to the K unit, which is the furthest unit from her office, no lie, by the time I'm getting out of the truck and opening the entry, she's walking around the corner. For whatever reason, on the phone, with a duster, with a blower, she walks right by my unit. And you could see straight through my unit. My unit is not blocked off by any big tarps like a lot of people are. I don't know what they do back there, but mine, you could see straight through. So she didn't say anything. Well, no, I did say, I said, do you need me to move the truck forward a little bit? She said, no. So I packed it up. She left. I shut the thing. But I said, you know what? I'm going to go ask everyone that's here in public storage if Stacy told them they had to go. 4 people said no. Did she come by? Yes. Did she tell you had to pack it up and go? No. The last person was in there and I don't think understood me. I don't know what language they were speaking. So I went straight to the office and I said, hey, if you're going to pick on someone, you got to pick on everyone. She goes, what do you mean? I said, you didn't tell anybody else to leave. She goes, oh, but I am. I go, well, you didn't. I said, don't worry. And that's the last time I spoke to her. Then after that, of course, I called the regional manager, Melissa. And I spoke to Melissa, lengthy, and she didn't understand because I met Melissa like a year ago. And I told her, I go, I love public storage. It's very clean. Stacy does a good job. She's a little stern, but she does a good job. Sam is great. Tony's great. Bernard is great. CJ, which he's no longer there, is good. I know everybody because I bring them all lunch. And Melissa said, you love this place. I said, I really do. And it's comfortable because I have all DeWalt tools. And it's comforting to know that my tools are safe. I swear to you, within 5 minutes, I got an email that said that my rent was reduced by $65. I was like, So I wrote a great review on Melissa and Tony, and she's gorgeous. She looks like Beyonce. Melissa's beautiful. So we spoke, and she's like, "Oh, I remember you. You're a very nice guy." She goes. Then she said, "I'm going to find out what's going on with her because that's not like her." So that was like last Friday. We spoke again because we kept missing each other, and then we spoke Friday, and then I did leave her a message. No, that was Thursday. I left her a message on Friday. I said, "Listen, I'm on my way to public storage. I don't want to go in there feeling stressed out, like I have to look around for Stacy to come in and start harassing me. I don't want to feel that way." So I did. I got there, did what I had to do, and get out. So Saturday morning, I said, I got to go to public storage. So I knew she wasn't open yet. So I left her a message, and I said, "Stacy, this is Ralph at K12. I'm going to public storage. Do me a favor, please. I want to be at ease. If you see me, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't even go by the unit until I'm gone. I'm going to be in and out. I'm asking you this because I'm really fed up with how you treat me." And that was it. So what I did Sunday is I recorded myself going in public storage. I had the video. I went to public storage and was there maybe 13 minutes. Shut the door. By the time I was driving out, here she comes. And I have a video of her that she saw me. Because, no, I did say to her over the thing, I said, if I see you harassing me, I'm going to record you to show in case you have a different story. So I started recording her, and she just stopped like halfway. She had a clipboard, and she's just, as she was walking, she stopped and started looking around. So I left it at that. But I don't know what's her issue, but I do want to move out of there. I really like public storage, and the price, yes, it's I can get a cheaper unit, but it's not the price. It's actually the safety of that area. I've never had anybody try to break in my unit, and I have a table saw that's like $369. So I have a lot of the wall tools, which they're not cheap. So I have no idea what I did to her. I don't drink there. Like the people with the bicycle that I told you at the beginning. Well, she ended up evicting them about a year later. Which she's evicted them now about 6 to 8 months ago. The day she was evicting them, they took off. They took all their stuff out of the unit, or she took it out of the unit. It was on a Sunday. I had gotten out of church, and I stopped by and I said, "Hey, Stacy, if you like, instead of hauling this to the dumpster, let's put it in the back of my truck, and I will take it to the dumpster right there, and I'll unload it." She said, "No, it smells in here. I found condoms. I found drug paraphernalia." That's when I threw at her. And I go, "And remember you told me that they were harmless when I told you that he had a girl going there, he had his friends going there. At 6 a.m, when you see 3 people going into public storage with bicycles, there's got something wrong." And she didn't say anything. But so I always threw at her of that loitering comment that she made. So I think if they could just like bring her to reality, hey, this is not your business. And I know that you have to, when I was in the baking business, we used to always say, I used to always have a word when I was manager. I said, take ownership of Alessi Bakeries. Do things like if it was your company. And that's what I still say to people. But she goes to the extreme. What does it hurt her that I'm in my unit even if I'm sorting out my tools, even if I'm cleaning my tools, what does it hurt her for me to be there, doing nothing wrong and not breaking the law at all? What does it hurt her that I'm there? That's my point. Just, why is she so strung out? Because she doesn't tell all the other people. One time there was a family and they had been there like all week. They were moving out. And every day they would go there and the kids would be playing ball in the middle of the unit spacing. Kickball, there was a dog, there was kids. She didn't say anything to them. I don't think she said anything to them like, hey, you can't, you got to get in, you got to get your stuff, get it out and go. You can't have the kids playing here, playing ball. So, that's my point. If she left them alone, why can't she leave me alone? This has been going on for way too long, and I'm done.